Welcome to the Headlines. I'm Louisa Liu. Thank you for joining us. 6 months ago, Cyclone Nargis ravaged the Irrawaddy Delta. Worldwide attention was drawn to the people's plight. But as well as human casualties, there were huge economic losses. Farm fields in particular were so inundated with salt water that salinization of cultivated land became a huge problem. Local officials have explained that the primary cause of the cyclone's intense damage was the clearing of mangroves, which served as a natural breakwater.
As our boat travels down the Irrawaddy, a swathe of oily green forest comes into full view at the juncture where river empties into the Andaman Sea. This is a mangrove swamp, a protected area that helps regulate the mix of fresh and seawater. But thanks to human development, it is rapidly disappearing. With fiddler crabs, mud skipper fish and candelia candles, it is a teeming, one-of-a-kind biome treasure.
The government not allowed to cut the tree, but the higher and higher non-populations, they have to work to cultivate the farmlands, and they cut the tree and they vary the jungle area to the farmland area.
Because Myanmar has so many coastal areas to protect, the government has found the stricture difficult to enforce. Its underfunded Coast Guard has been unable to even slow the destruction. In the past 50 years, the delta's mangroves have decreased by 60%. Local officials admit that this reduction is the foremost reason for Nargis's cruel ferocity.
In the forest areas is remained, many populations can die because of the cover of the forest. When the highest tidal water, high flow water, because of the Nargis effect.
Without the natural barrier protecting them, the populace in their fields were left exposed and were flooded by seawater. But according to the government, salinity is no longer a problem.
In Irrawaddy Division, we dispatched people to personally test soil salinity. During the rainy season, heavy rains washed the salt away, so every place may now begin cultivation.
But our reporters discovered this is not the whole story. The head of Lamorg village, Mia Tong, has 100 acres of land, but after 3 plantings, only 50 acres can be harvested.
The reason was we couldn't get rid of the salt, but maybe also because the government gave us foreign seeds, because this isn't local rice.
To rescue the fields, the Myanmar Ministry of Agriculture and the UN Food Aid Agriculture Organization worked together to distribute salt-resistant rice and fertilizer in Irrawaddy.
We use the gypsum for repairing of the lands and for good conditions for cultivations of paddy. But we have not enough. We haven't enough gypsums.
But this is not a new problem. Even before Nargis, salinization was an issue.
We construct the embankment to protect the salty water in this area. And we construct the sluice gate to reduce the water in the embankment in rainy seasons.
This road is the embankment just mentioned. In order to protect farmland, 30 years ago, 133 miles of embankments were built around Bogale, but the dikes cannot repel the high waters of an ocean storm.
That is quite costly, more than the $100 million needed. But if not to protect such a one or rehabilitate it, the one season, as I mentioned, the 400,000 tons of rice will be affected. So it means that $280 million might be lost.
These mangroves are the people's guardians. Growing here, close to the dike, they provide a natural shelter from storms. But tree by tree, they're being destroyed for economic exploitation, exemplifying the conundrum faced by our world, a bitter fruit that someone somewhere will inevitably inherit.